Okay, Scorpio, it's your turn. Scorpio for June 2025. All right, that's a nice card to jump out. I hope it's got some meaning for you. 10 of Cups. All right, Scorpio, last month I said you needed still more to contemplate and still more to do to set up this month for success. So let's see if that eventuated or if I was even remotely accurate. So let's find out what is happening for Scorpio in the month of June 2025. This little fellow jumped out too. Let's go. Okay, where's your head at? Where's your body at? Interesting. Oh, okay. Starting to reveal itself a little more. Okay. So, for Scorpio. That is who I'm doing? Yes, it is. Okay. Scorpio, beginning of the month sees you making some decisions, looking at your options and choosing because you have some new opportunities on the way. You are feeling very excited. You have the Chariot, and the Chariot is about energy and power and movement. There's so much more to this card, but for this instance, with all of these wands, I would say that you're really, really excited about the new opportunity that you have and the decision you have made in the middle. And okay, linking that back to what we did last month, maybe I did get it right. Setting yourself up. So let's hope that you've done that. The middle of the month sees you looking towards new financial opportunities or abundance levels. I still think this is linked to work. And the root of all of this is having to maybe pivot even. You had to make a decision here, but now you've got other choices. So it's almost like you've pivoted around. So at the beginning of the month, new opportunity, you've made a decision, really, really excited. At the beginning of the month, also, you feel like there's a duality or maybe you're working with somebody, maybe there's like a group that you're working with or another alliance. There's sort of a group of two. And that's where your focus is on, sort of working with this group. Middle of the month is looking really, optimistic. There is new abundance on the horizon, and the root of all of this is perhaps the decision you made or that whole pivot idea where you may need to be constantly making decisions about change, because when we get over here, well, the colors change. We've still got sixes, so it's mid-month energy. But the end of the month sees you moving on to calmer shores. You feel like you've been in a battle and lost some friends, and it's all come out in the wash. It's all come out fairly, but it just didn't work. So perhaps that beginning of the month is really exciting and new, and in the middle of the month it's pretty much the same. There's all these new contracts, all new opportunities, but the end of the month sees you really turning away, you're turning your back, and the colors go kind of blue. So very interesting. I am not sure why, why. So let's find out why Scorpio is turning their back. I mean, it could be separate. It could be like these are all about each other and then it's this, or it could be just this is a great opportunity and time of your life, and maybe this is about a partnership, and then there's some level of, it's not failure because you feel like you won, but you also have to move on and move up. So there is an element, there's a big shift in the vibe and the change in the progression. You were moving, excited to move, but maybe even to move you have to forget or remove yourself from something. Okay, a bit gobbledygooked, a bit messed up there. Let's have a look what the Numer Oracle deck will say. The patience card did fling out, but we'll see. Okay, one more shuffle. Okay, the Two of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, and the Six of Swords. Okay, the last one. Whoa, okay. Oh, these are not so good. Right. Well, it does make sense. At the beginning of the month, you feel strong. You feel capable. You feel powerful. That's perfect, spot on. The middle of the month, you get the Bully card. So, I'm not really sure the lie of the land there. You got two, and there's two. So, perhaps this pair of lovers is a friend turned foe. It could be love. A partnership turned foe. Are you bullying somebody else? Do you see bullying? So somewhere in the middle of the month, there is this oppressive card that comes in. Maybe you begin to acknowledge past bullying. That maybe, yeah, or maybe you were the bully when you were so powerful. Did you be a bit rude? Did you be a bit wrong? Pushy? There's nothing wrong with being pushy, but sometimes there is. That's a difficult one. I'm not sure about that. So let's just say at the beginning of the month, feeling awesome, strong, powerful. Middle of the month looks great. You've got this opportunity and you're being asked to make more decisions. But there is an element of these two people too. So something's not right in a relationship in the middle of the month. Maybe you don't really know. Like a bully can sometimes bully, especially online. You don't know who is doing it, especially if they're secretive. You know, there's got this girl with a slingshot. She's about to burst his bubble. So maybe your bubble's burst. But this card seems contrary to the middle row. So I'm going to pop it here because I feel like maybe that's more about how this relationship works than anything else. This is one of those readings where I think you're going to have to come back and go, oh, now she makes sense. Good luck with that. And at the end of the month, it's about control again and somebody holding reins or holding the leads. So about controlling the movement forward. So maybe you take control at the end of the month because once you realize that there's something wrong in this relationship or this business endeavor or this coupling, you realize that you have to seize the reins, take control, move forward, maybe take no prisoners. Maybe you have to be a bit mean. Maybe it's less bullying and more, maybe you have to go on the attack because here you're definitely collecting the swords. These guys are defeated. You've got a smile on your face. You're moving forward. You took control of the situation. With that said, I did want to sort of ask an extra card for this bottom row on Judgment, and it's going to be a bit explosive. You're not going to be really sure the lie of the land at the end of this. You're going to be wondering, where do I fall? You could happily be some of these people who are seizing the tower moment and going for it, loving it, jumping for glee. But then, you might be someone in free fall as well. So be careful of that. So summary, let's go. Let's see if my brain can pull this all together. We've got the strength. Beginning of the month, the first week of June, you're feeling awesome. Just is so good. And the middle of the month, it's pretty good. But there is this level of something in a relationship that's just under the surface that you can't quite grasp. Maybe it's in your head. You're thinking about something or somebody. Maybe you are the bully. Maybe you've been bullied. But there's definitely being asked to make more choices. You sort of thought that was a big decision. Well, you've got another decision to make. And, sometimes you have to be kind of cruel. I don't know where that came from, but yeah. End of the month, you're sort of taking control, seizing the reins, making the movement forward. You are not doing it because you're ashamed. Sometimes when I see this figure, I think, oh, they're really humbled by this horrible experience. No, you're just going for it. You're taking control. Life and death. Do it, do it, do it. And you're picking up the pieces and using that to help you get forward. And maybe the judgment is that, everything is in flux. Everything is changed. Everything is catapulted into the sky and you don't know where it will land. So that leaves you at the end of June using a lot of power and energy, but maybe that's why you have it in the first place. Maybe I've read this a bit negatively. Maybe this power enables you to seize these opportunities and make these great decisions, and you're not going to take any punches. You're going to stick up for yourself. take the first shot perhaps, so that you can take control and move forward. Take control, moving forward. But there is always this element of judgment. You'll never know truly what will happen, who will get to rise and who will get to fall, and maybe that comes in this card. The proof is in the pudding, the proof is in the fallout. All right, good luck. Geez, Scorpio, you like it spicy. Okay, happy June.